Good morning. I'm pleased to declare Quinnipiac University's 2018 commencement exercises for the College of Arts and Sciences officially open. Would everyone please stand for the national anthem? After the national anthem, please remain standing for the invocation. The national anthem will be performed by Ivana Leigh, vocal student at Yale School of Music.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed by the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
The invocation will be delivered by Colby Putnam, Protestant chaplain.
Good morning. As I pray according to my tradition, I invite all of you to pray alongside me according to yours. Lord, as we begin this ceremony, we give you thanks for Quinnipiac University, for its faculty and for its staff. We thank you for the privilege of education. We thank you for the friends and family gathered here today. And we thank you for these graduates whose hard work has brought them to this day of celebration. May the words of wisdom spoken today bear fruit in lifetimes of seeking peace, justice, and truth. We ask for your blessing over this ceremony and your provision for their futures. In Jesus' name, amen.
Everyone, please be seated. I'd like to acknowledge the platform party, which includes trustees, university administrators and representatives, university clergy and deans, as well as our speaker and honorary degree recipient, whom we will meet shortly. It is now my honor to present Dr. John L. Leahy, President of Quinnipiac University, who will bring you greetings on behalf of the university community.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to all of you on this joyous occasion. To our graduates, the class of 2018, I want to add a special welcome and my heartiest congratulations to each and every one of you. This may be my last graduating class, but much more importantly, we've saved the best for last, the class of 2018. During your years at Quinnipiac, you have made all of us very proud. While social scientists and the media often portray your generation as excessively self-centered and less concerned in helping others, the Quinnipiac class of 2018 has clearly disproven that characterization. More than any other class, the class of 2018 has volunteered on hundreds of projects to raise money for the sick and the impoverished and to help those who are less fortunate. Many of our graduates participated in community service to respond to and learn about the needs of our local, regional, national, and international communities. The big event is a student-run project that brought together 1,500 students to provide more than 4,500 hours of direct service, such as cleanup and beautification projects for local public parks and nonprofits, philanthropy events, such as Q-Thon, Relay for Life, blood drives, engaged thousands of students in raising money and supplies for Children's Hospital, the American Cancer Society, and the Red Cross. Many of you participated in reading stories to children at local schools, libraries, and preschools. Our 21 fraternities and sororities, which I might add make up 30% of the total student body here at Quinnipiac University. Our fraternities and sororities participated in many community service projects, including service at elementary schools and nonprofits, and raised thousands of dollars for local and global communities. Many of today's graduates have traveled nationally and internationally to Nicaragua, Guatemala, Barbados, and the Dominican Republic to work with community members to confront community challenges, assisting rural school teachers and healthcare workers, families of children with special needs, small business owners, and grassroots organizations. The class of 2018 has also excelled academically. 70 awards will be given out this weekend honoring our seniors for their outstanding success in the classroom. This class has also achieved an extremely high graduation rate and the highest level ever. Let me repeat that. The highest level ever of cum laude, magna cum laude, and summa cum laude academic honors. A record number of you are going on to pursue graduate degrees in various fields of study, including dental, law, medical school, and a variety of PhD programs. Today's graduates also displayed outstanding leadership within the Quinnipiac community. And no one better exemplifies the leadership roles you took than Ryan Lynch, who served as your student body president this year. I very much enjoyed working with Ryan, particularly in his role as a student representative on the university's Board of Trustees. Class of 2018, as you look back on all of your accomplishments, I'm sure that you'll agree with me that you would not be graduating today if it were not for the help and support of two very important groups, the faculty at Quinnipiac and your families. So graduates, please rise and express your appreciation to the faculty seated in front of you and your families and parents seated all around you. Class of 2018, you have certainly left your mark on Quinnipiac University. And I predict you will leave an even greater mark on the world that awaits you. Again, congratulations and best wishes to each and every one of you.
Please be seated. It's now my honor to introduce Dr. Robert Smart, Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences.
Greetings, everyone, from the College of Arts and Sciences community, and congratulations to both the graduates and their families. My mother would say that it's a mighty day, safeguarded by God. That's because she's Irish. We're competing, of course, this morning with the royal wedding, and I'm glad that you chose to join us here instead. And while it might appear to a casual observer that these two moments have nothing in common, that may not be completely true. You are commencing your lives as degreed adults in a world that desperately needs you. The new royal couple is bringing a new alliance into Buckingham Palace, old world, new world, that sort of thing, that points to a new day in the life of an old monarchy. Ms. Markle promises to be a handful for the fusty old palace guard, and that's a pretty good thing. But that's not the point today. Really, not for us gathered here. You all were my first freshman class as a CAS dean. and you grew through the important changes that we brought to the college over the last 4 years, and you grew into the accomplished adults that we see in front of us. Some of you even becoming inaugural members of our CAS Student Council. Could I see the members of the Student Council stand, please? Thank you. You guys rock. So in a strange kind of way, I'm graduating a bit with you today, which is a good thing, because I've never had luck at my own commencements. At my undergraduate commencement a long time ago, I passed a kidney stone in the reception hall bathroom before the meal and had to be taken to the hospital. I had green Jell-O and cranberry juice instead of lobster that night. And then right before my PhD commencement, I was returning to Salt Lake City from a trip to Moab, Utah in my old truck when I blew a water pump on Highway 42, miles from anywhere. I briefly harbored the hope that the Utah State Trooper who stopped to check on me might rush me to the ceremony out of sympathy or empathy or pity. But when I saw his name, Ivan Lovelace, I knew I was screwed. So I have savored a secret satisfaction at all the commencements that I have presided over, especially this one, as replacements for the ones that I missed. So feel free, all of you, to include me in all of your reunions. Most seriously, I've been thinking over the past week about what I might tell you that would be of any consequence, amidst all the pronouncements that you are likely to hear, and before our incredible commencement speaker gets a crack at you. And really, it came down to one insight for me. My father and mother belonged to a generation that was christened the greatest generation because they fought against tyranny and fascism and won, because they created what has rightly been called the American century, and because they did their part to prepare the baby boomers, my generation, for better lives than the ones they had inherited. And I'm rightly proud of that. I'm rightly proud of them. My father fought at Normandy in 1944, while my mother welded Liberty ships in Portland Naval Shipyard, at the age of 15, by the way. Sometimes I think my mother still wonders just what it is I've devoted my life to as a college professor. But in our sometimes crossed conversations, I relish the fact that I have lived a better life because of what they did 75 years ago. But right here, right now, I want to offer you a new proposition. I find myself starting to worry these days that the world has gotten dangerous again, and that we have lost the twin arts of being gracious and being humane to each other. I worry for you, I worry for my children and my grandchildren, and I worry for the growing ranks of people, young and old, who cannot share in the prosperity that we in this hall have enjoyed. I'm not trying to diminish your accomplishments. Lord knows I would be the first to trumpet your work and your achievements to the world. But I would also say that this record of achievement of yours brings with it a renewed sense of responsibility among you, especially in the face of events like those in Parkland, Florida, or just yesterday in Santa Fe, Texas. This is not the world that my generation had hoped to pass on to our kids and grandkids. Look either side of you, and then to the ranks of loved ones who are on either side of this particular place. These are the ones who have helped to bring you to this moment in your young lives. And the sense of responsibility I have in mind for you reminds me much of the explanations that I heard from my father and my mother when they talked about what they did to make the world a better place. They were just simple folks from a backwater village in northern Maine who played a key role in what was likely the single most important event of the 20th century. And as that greatest generation is rapidly leaving us to the memories we have of them, I want to challenge you and your friends and your colleagues to step up and become the new greatest generation. It seems to me that we are again approaching one of the most important moments in our history, in our evolution as human beings, and the decisions we make now and in the next decade will likely leave a deep imprint on the rest of the country. The issues are myriad, deep, and they appear at times to be intransigent, but I know that the same things seemed to be true to my parents as they stared down the long arc of events in Europe and the Pacific, and they stepped up and did their part. So I enjoin you to do the same. Step up, Be the greatest generation that we so need right now. I believe with all my heart that the signals for that among you are strong and encouraging and defining. I've come to know many of you, and I recognize the courage and drive in you that would make the difference that I'm describing. It's not an individual sort of chore, but a generational one, a community one, and I believe truly and strongly that you're up for it. Be the greatest generation and make the difference that a lot of you have thought about as you prepared for this brilliant spring day in May 2018. And so best of luck to all of you, and Godspeed.
Thank you, Dean Smart. I now ask Tracy Smith, Jason Koo, and President Leahy to come forward for the conferral of the honorary degree.
Good afternoon. Tracy K. Smith, since the publication of your first collection, The Body's Question, in 2003, you have established yourself as one of our nation's most important writers of verse. In a style that is distinctly American, you've given us gracefully crafted meditations on family, love, loss, race, politics, and national memory. Your mastery of form has earned you many literary awards, including the Pulitzer Prize in Poetry for your 2012 collection, Life on Mars. In 2017, you were selected as Poet Laureate of the United States and will serve in that role for another year. You have endeavored, as have many great poets before you, to tackle a long-standing question: why poetry? Your answer has been to take your work on the road and use it as a force to transcend social, cultural, and political dissension all over the country, from middle America to the rural South. You brought poetry out of the lecture hall and into the town hall, connecting white-collar, blue-collar, and audiences of all races and ethnicities through the power of language and universal human experiences. Your award-winning work reminds your students and your readers alike that to write and to read poetry is an exercise in empathy. To paraphrase one of your lines, it has the ability to create instances of common understanding among us. Today, it is our privilege to bestow upon you this honorary Doctor of Humane Letters on this 19th day of May, 2018.
By the power vested in me by the Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa, with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. Congratulations.
It's now my honor to introduce our commencement speaker, Tracy Smith.
Thank you. I'm truly honored and so grateful to be here, and it is a privilege to address you as the graduating class of 2018. What you have done leading up to now is exceptional, and now you find yourselves on the cusp of another momentous transition that will lead you away from this place and into, well, everywhere. I'd like to think of the years you're entering into as the beginning of your lives. And there will be a middle of a beginning, and an end of the beginning, a beginning of the middle, and so on. There are junctures within those junctures, every moment a shift, an opportunity, an arrival. It's a vast sweep that lies ahead, and your eyes will need some time to adjust to the breadth, the depth, the large spaces and the small. I have young children, and leading up to this morning, I found myself wondering what I'd want to tell my own daughter and sons were they in your position. I'd want to praise them for what they've done, what they've learned, what skills they've mastered, what questions they've formulated and investigated, what borders they've crossed, what social divides they've bridged, victories they've earned, and failures they've withstood. Then, I'd want to urge them quite soon and to the best of their abilities to let go of those sources of pride, to consider that list of feats and accomplishments the stages of an apprenticeship and little more. I'd encourage them to free themselves of the satisfaction and even some of the confidence it might be tempting to believe they'd earned the right to. I'd tell them no matter where they were going, what they were intending to do, to live like a poet. Even if they'd never written a poem and had no intention of writing one, I'd tell them to live like poets. Maybe I'd even up the ante on that charge. Don't just live like poets. I'd tell them, be poets. Be poets who submit before the blank page to a sense of rigor, who move into the unknown armed with attention, imagination, courage, and play. Be poets who are at best a variety of philosopher, seeking to find what is true, even if it will only remain true briefly. Be poets who listen, watch, wait, think, and believe, all in the service of making a small, perfect thing, in the service of some flash of discovery and revelation. Be poets because the onus upon each new generation is to act upon the mindfulness, intelligence, and compassion they've learned in the best of moments to demonstrate. In terms of your generation, I've been heartened and edified by the way you have chosen to see the world and to act in it, by the strides you've taken toward inclusiveness, by your wish to sow positivity, your studious determination to mitigate the oversights and failures of those whose delight at what they can make, build, produce, and sell has wrought havoc on the environment. I've marveled at the emphatic genius by which you are able to embrace, employ, and devise new terms for a larger, more malleable sense of selfhood, at the moral questions you pause to formulate and ponder, even in the face of all the many kinds of progress you've begun to drive. Be poets and move forward into those visions of a better future, armed with a poet's sense of precision, delight, and belief. Be poets whose great triumphs are already behind them, whose egos must go quiet, must leave the room when a new poem is being born. Be poets who know that pride and self-aggrandizement function like blinders, blocking better, stranger, and more beautiful possibilities from view. Be poets who listen for the voice of the stranger, even the stranger within, and move toward it and away from certainty. Be poets whose bravest poems challenge them to accept that they, too, are part of any problem. Poets who are willing to frighten, destabilize, and startle themselves out of complacency. Be poets who live daily with the humility fostered by all the many poets who have already said everything before, and all the many who will say it again, differently and better. Be poets who take joy in this fact, poets who would not be poets were it not for those better others. You've emerged from the position of being called upon constantly to demonstrate your own expertise. You've emerged from the position of applying knowledge and embodying confidence. You've had to sell yourselves 1,000 times over to peers, to this very institution, to the people and places you hope will be waiting to receive you tomorrow. It may be tempting to believe this ability to project competence, even excellence, is the whole story. And so again, I want to urge you to be poets, because now it is incumbent upon you to embrace vulnerability, to seek risk, to resist the safe choices that will facilitate rewards without struggle. Be poets unafraid of the notion of struggle, because struggle fosters growth, and because rewards alone are a distraction from the larger work each of you and each of us is here to do, which I believe is to care, to love, to evolve in mind and spirit, and to change the lives of others, even the others we may never meet, for the better. Be poets, working away as if at a 4-line stanza that will give someone, years from now, a life-saving vocabulary for grief, for pain, for love, for justice, for joy. Be poets, fearless of the leaps that marry logic and knowledge to the thing that eludes speech. Be poets whose words edge up on but fall short of penetrating the great unfathomable mystery at the heart of our existence. Be poets who believe in such a thing and live in awe and gratitude for all the daily intimations of its presence. This wish to do the impossible, to name the unnameable, and to reconcile the irreconcilable is as vital to art as it is to any act of invention or preservation or reconciliation. So whatever else you are going to be poets. Be the kind of poets who live by the mantra of change, who seek it out, looking again and again at the local and familiar until it yields some new sense of wonder, some heretofore unrecognized capacity. Be poets who understand that the ability to change, to remake oneself, is a condition of evolution. Be poets, because if you can see now the person you hope in 10 or 20 or 50 years to become, the sense of purpose you aim to find, and the type of life you intend to have lived, you're not thinking wildly enough. Language is the medium of poetry, and it's a tool we live in, a tool by which we explain ourselves to others, and most importantly, to ourselves. So love language the way a poet loves language. Why? Because if you don't hold your thoughts and your words to a standard of clarity, intelligence, and integrity, and if you don't hold the language that greets you, the language that enters your ears and mind and your imaginations to such a standard, whole regions of your inner life will fall into dormancy. If you are content to let the market for products and services, apps and devices delimit your terms of need, of discernment, of wonder and worth, then you'll be fit to buy, rate, like, follow, and share, but not to envision, discern, imagine, empathize, interrogate, or resist. Choose, like poets, to live in a vocabulary that names things in their realness and their, at times, troubling complexity. That idea of troubling is what I'd like to leave you with today. To trouble is to worry, to bother, to disturb, to agitate. But it is also to mine, to stir up, to plumb, to animate. In the realm of art and myth, renewal often arises only after a purposeful troubling, as in the African American spiritual Wade in the Water, which promises deliverance to believers in the phrase, God's going to trouble the waters. I think every poem, every mindful act of language has the potential to trouble something, to bring about discovery, upheaval, transformation, and change. So, no matter what else you are, be poets, pushing your words and your thoughts, your wishes and your deeds to a place where troubling is possible. I'd like to close with a poem that takes this question up as well. It's called Wade in the Water, after the song, and it arose out of an experience I had of attending a ring shout where this and other spirituals were performed, and where they invoked the sense of history and possibility that I wanted to dwell in. Wade in the water. One of the women greeted me. "I love you," she said. She didn't know me, but I believed her, and a terrible new ache rolled over in my chest, like in a room where the drapes have been swept back. "I love you. I love you," as she continued down the hall, past other strangers, each feeling pierced suddenly by pillars of heavy light. "I love you," throughout the performance, in every hand clap, every stomp. "I love you" in the rusted iron chains someone was made to drag until love let them be unclasped and left empty in the center of the ring. "I love you" in the water where they pretended to wade, singing that old blood-deep song that dragged us to those banks and cast us in. "I love you," the angles of it scraping at each throat, shouldering past the swirling dust motes in those beams of light that whatever we now knew we could let ourselves feel, knew to climb. Oh, woods. Oh, dogs. Oh, tree. Oh, gun. Oh, girl, run. Oh, miraculous many gone. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Is this love the trouble you promised? Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you, Tracy. It's now my privilege to turn over the program to Dr. Robert Smart.
Thank you. Thank you, Tracy. Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts from the College of Arts and Sciences please approach the stage? And marshals, please direct the candidates to the platform. Justin Abadi. Nefe Ambamwa. Travis Randall Abrams. Liana Alexa Rain Abrushi. Khalid Abu Ghazela. David George Asosella. Jenna Morgan Adams. Hepzibah Ademola Adesina. Kwabena Adomako Akufo Anof. Brenda Alderet. Amanda Nicole Allen. Yania Allison. Nicole Almonte. Natalia Amaya. Jennifer Lynn Ambrogio, Eleni Theoni Argyris, Krister David Artabani, Yuki Jennifer Asada, Emily Elizabeth Bayer, Abigail Lee Baker, Oyendamola Bulagun, Lauren Michelle Birdsell, Stephen Richard Bischoff, Peyton McKenna Bopp, Nicole Danielle Brandy, Kayla Brittany Burrows, Anastasia Zaira Campos, Michaela Kimberly Canning, Peter Joseph Carusone, Daniel Thomas Champagne, Gabrielle Sarah Sarson, long one, Abigail Taylor Chase. Abigail Chase of Beaver Dam, Wisconsin, is the recipient of 3 prestigious awards. Dr. Leahy presents the President's Scholarship Award in recognition of the students who have attained the highest scholastic standing in their graduating class. The Alumni Association Academic Achievement Award is made possible by the Alumni Association National Board of Governors in honor of the students from each of the undergraduate schools who have attained the highest scholastic standing. The Political Science Best Senior Thesis Award honors a graduating senior who has submitted a senior thesis that is highly original with outstanding political inquiry and investigation. Abigail's senior thesis makes a convincing analysis, arguing that the failure to enforce Title IX protections beyond the scope of athletics compromises the educational experience of all students. Abigail was both an athlete and a resident assistant at QU. She will be attending the University of Wisconsin Law School in the fall, and she is joined on the platform by her parents, Carla and Timothy Chase. Congratulations, Abigail. Sarah Scherfen. Sarah Scherfen is the winner of the West Educational Publishing Student Award, which is awarded to a student who has demonstrated outstanding achievement in professional growth. Sarah was inducted into Lambda Epsilon Chi, the Legal Studies Honor Society. She is a bright, enthusiastic student who is always prepared and is detail-oriented. Sarah studied abroad in Rome, Italy last year. Congratulations, Sarah. Shannon Marie Sherpak, Jessica Marie Sicarella, Kelsey Nicole Connors, Julia Capoa, Elizabeth Soraya Corrit, Hunter Ray Cormier, Susie Laga Cotis, Matthew Edward Coughlin, Yoselin Coyote, Cecilia Ann Crow, Keanu Lee Crow. Keanu Crow is the recipient of the Rachel Reynes Award. Keanu is receiving the award for her contribution to social justice and intellectual engagement at Quinnipiac. Keanu is a founding member of Dead Intellectuals Society, an organization that promotes the use of theory to understand the pressing issues of our time. A group focused on dead intellectuals is a form of social justice, as thinking about social inequities through frameworks and ideologies that endure is key to making social justice work happen on the ground. Social justice work without theory is empty. Keanu is taking this thinking directly into practice as she is committed to bringing her social science education to bear on improving services for young people in her tribal nation, the Cherokee. Congratulations, Keanu. Anthony Lawrence Cruz. Alyssa Brianna Dale. Zachary B. Damiano. Chase Malik Daniels. Scott Pacifico DeCapua. Phoebe Elizabeth DePerry. Ryan James Devaney. Anna Rose Dexheimer. Alexander L. Dorsey. Kalisha Marguerite Dort. Nicole Brittany Doss. Jonathan S. Dreyer. Christy Dawn Zube. Christy Zube is the recipient of the Alice B. Ramale Award. The award is given to a senior English major with the highest GPA. In addition to her outstanding GPA, Christy is receiving the award for her passion for learning. This past semester, she undertook 2 independent study projects, one studying Shakespeare's plays and performance on the Elizabethan stage, and the other on how to motivate children to study poetry in public schools. This project will culminate in an experiential learning trip with the School of Education to Kildare, Ireland this summer to teach poetry workshops to secondary students at the Gerard Manley Hopkins Festival. Christy will be continuing her studies in the MAT program next year. Congratulations, Christy. Victoria Rose Estreicher. Sean Joseph Falvey. Gerald James Faraci II. Samantha Anna Farkas. Danielle Margaret Farrell. Jennifer Jordan Fay. Jessica Fernandez. Kayleen Fioli. Ashley Teresa Foreman. David Allen Friedlander. Oops, sorry. Nisha Gandhi. Eric Douglas Gell. Carly R. Glaser. Ashley S. Gonzalez. Hayden Michael Gramolini. John Anthony Grasso III. Carly Taylor Greco. Michael C. Green. Emily C. Grindle. Samantha Gross. Catherine Alice Hahn. Abigail S. Hakala. Margaret Mary Halper. Rachel Ann Ham. Tracy Ariel Haynes. Denicia Hart. Nikimi A. Headley. Carrie Lynn Helgerson. Matthew J. Hodges. Sydney Nicole Engel. Annie Ashfaq. Elizabeth Laney Jackson. Estefan Jenkins Marrero. Tristan Holland Jesby, Ashley Janice Johnson, Brittany Ann Johnson, Devon Lionel Jones, Erin Elizabeth Kane, Dara Kaplan, Timothy Jordan Kelly Anderson. Timothy Kelly Anderson is the recipient of the Senior Service Prize in Criminal Justice. Tim is receiving the award in recognition of his service to the criminal justice program, campus life, and the surrounding community. Tim was awarded a Presidential Public Service Fellowship and worked with the Hamden Police Department. As part of the fellowship, Tim developed and helped administer the department's first survey of community attitudes towards Hamden Police. He also developed a pilot program to improve communication between Hamden residents and the police department. After graduation, Tim plans to develop Guardians United, a community organization to promote the power of education, political activeness, and community investment to foster safe, productive, and positive communities. Congratulations, Tim. Shannon L. Kelly, Owen Curtis Cavella, Emily Leah Klotz, Brian J. Knapp, Gregory Stephen Koberowski, Emma Lynn Kolinovich, Morgan Pauline Kozera, Morgan Kozera is the recipient of 3 prestigious awards. Dr. Leahy presents the President's Scholarship Award in recognition of students who have attained the highest scholastic standing in their graduating class. The Alumni Association Academic Achievement Award is made possible by the Alumni Association National Board of Governors in honor of the students from each of the undergraduate schools who have attained the highest scholastic standing. And the R. Gordon Pelusi Graduation Prize in Psychology is given to the graduating psychology major with the highest cumulative point average. Morgan is receiving the award for her strong academic performance, which has led to a 4.0 cumulative GPA. She has made particularly impressive contributions to our understanding of social and emotional learning in school settings and has been particularly active in disseminating the Choose Love program developed by Scarlett Lewis. Morgan will continue next year at Quinnipiac to obtain her Master of Arts in Teaching. From Nashua, New Hampshire, Morgan is joined on the platform by her parents, Wendy and Ken Kozera. Congratulations, Morgan. Brian S. Karutan, Dora G. Labat, Nina Lauren Labrie, Christopher Robert Laferriere, Michael Joseph Lapia IV, Catherine Marie Lavalle, Jacqueline Elizabeth Levine, Anika Lizetic, Natasha Diana Lazo, Jessica Ann Lee, Camilo Limos, Glenn Evan Levine, Colleen M. Lewis, Kayla Renee Lynn, Amalia Little, Justin Michael Loveland, Brianna McDonald, Molly Rose McDuff, John Anthony Maggio, Gwyneth A. Mahoney, Brittany K. Mahoney, Gina Marie Marcosi. Gina Marie Marcosi is the recipient of the Aurea C. Spoonmaker Spanish Award. In honor of Professor Schoonmaker's 43 years of exemplary teaching at Quinnipiac, this award is presented to Gina for her outstanding work in Spanish. As a junior, she was selected for admission into Sigma Delta Pi, the National Collegiate Hispanic Honor Society, which is the highest academic honor for students of Spanish language and literature in the United States. Gina has also generously volunteered her time to do community service in New Haven and would like to pursue translation in her future career. As a double major in criminal justice and Spanish, she has certainly not chosen the easy path. Congratulations, Gina. Samantha F. Mauser, Alexander Templeton McAdoo, Devin Ashley McCary, Tyler McCready, Marissa Lauren McDowell, Christina Marie McKinney, Michael Evan McMillan, Andy McCullicus, Daisy Isabella Melendez, Samuel Evan Miller, Carolyn Page Millen, Kayla Mistretta. Kayla Mistretta is the winner of the West Educational Publishing Student Award, awarded to a student who has demonstrated outstanding achievement and professional growth. Kayla was inducted into Lambda Epsilon Chi, the Legal Studies Honor Society. Kayla is a bright student with excellent writing skills and an ability to understand the finer points of the law. She will be attending St. John's University Law School in the fall on a full scholarship. Congratulations, Kayla. Eric A. Moglia, Dakota Marie Molinari, Jennifer Somalia Montes, Giselle Florence Montmini, Jeffrey Martin Mora, Jillian Joyce Morganelli, Christina M. Morris, Hannah Rose Morrison, Madison Taylor Moschetta, Tyler White Mowers, Matthew Erskine Mudgett, John Francis Mulcahy, Jeannie Talia Lucero Munoz, Jenny Munoz is the recipient of the College of Arts and Sciences Award for Special Achievement. The award is presented to the graduating senior in the College of Arts and Sciences who has a record of exceptional achievement in the face of adversity. We recognize Jenny for her outstanding academic work in the face of adversities unimaginable to most. We recognize Jenny for her profound awareness of others and her compassion. And we recognize Jenny for her sharp intellect and ability to combine life experience with education that will make her a powerful force as she advances. She has traveled far to get here. She has traveled farther than most while she has been here, and she will surely travel much farther after she leaves here. Congratulations, Jenny. Ali Shafi Munshi. Ali Munshi is the recipient of the Political Science Outstanding Senior Award. The award recognizes a graduating political science senior who has shown high academic achievement, made a significant contribution to campus life, and has shown excellent leadership. Ali is receiving the award for his leadership in student government, his performance in building and leading the QU mock trial team, his advocacy on behalf of underrepresented students on campus, and his overall outstanding academic achievement. Congratulations, Ali. Teresa Elizabeth Murphy, Noelle Victoria Musco, Sean James Nagel, Jeffrey Allen Norris, Alyssa May O'Connor, Ryan Patrick O'Hara, Danielle Teresa O'Hare. Danielle Teresa O'Hare is the recipient of the Lynn Gershenson Hodgson Prize in Gerontology. This award is presented annually to a senior who demonstrates outstanding academic and leadership qualities in the field of gerontology. Danielle is receiving the award for her work with older adults in residential facilities. As an intern at the Cleland Adult Day Center, her supervisor remarked that she has, quote, demonstrated knowledge, skills, and abilities in organization, preparedness, leadership, implementation, observation, assessment, evaluation, and documentation, end quote. Danielle grasps new concepts quickly and she accepts challenges as they come while remaining focused on the needs of older adults. She's a conscientious student who brings a critical eye and a compassionate heart to her work. Congratulations, Danielle. Drew Todd Osick, Sophia Louise Owens, Marie Gabriela Cabaretto. Maria Paparatto is the winner of the Legal Studies Book Award given to the Legal Studies student who has demonstrated exceptional ability in her studies. Maria is receiving the award for her excellent writing skills, her determination, and her quick mind. She was inducted into Lambda Epsilon Chi, the Legal Studies Honors Society, and is a member of Dance Fusion and Q-Thon. She will be attending Seton Hall University Law School in the fall. Congratulations, Maria. Julian Papazian. Samantha Page Parody. Kelly Marie Parisi. Angela M. Pascali. Isha Tushar Patel. Kajal Bharatkamuar Patel. Thomas James Pierce. Joanna Marie Pedersen. Jenna Nicole Pellegrino. Raquel Marie Penoyer. Rosie Ellen Perkins. Jabril Khalik Pickett. Ashley Danielle Pierre. Flora Rebecca Poole. Flora Poole is the recipient of the Joan Phillips Gordon Prize in Sociology. Flora is receiving the award for her many academic and leadership accomplishments, including advocacy and leadership on social and gender issues. She has demonstrated her sophisticated sociological skills through written articles and a presentation she delivered at a university-wide teach-in event. Flora has been a leader in other aspects, as a QU delegate to the World Summit of Nobel Peace Laureates, as a representative on the College of Arts and Sciences Student Council, and as a mentor to other athletes through the Leadership Mentor Program. She earned membership in 3 honors societies. Flora is an outstanding rugby player, taking the QU team to the national championships 3 years in a row. Congratulations, Flora. Meredith C. Pratt. Jacqueline Price. Natalie Ryan Quiles. Daisha Nicole Quiones, Michael Angelo Raimondo, Kristen Taylor Reynes, Allison Umor Ramelli, Amanda Sarah Ramey, Michael Rapice, Liam Hayes Richards, Matthew S. Rickards, Derek Kyle Rivez, David William Rivera, Olivia Amber Roca, Jocelyn Catherine Rodriguez, Grace Marie Ronayne, Brandon Lamar Rose, Rachel Samantha Rosen, Rachel Elise Rosenblum, Andrew James Russell, Taylor Louise Russell, Alexandra Marie Saida, Alexander Michael Salaleko, Kevin Salon, Carolyn Grace Santoli, Jamie Catherine Sanzo, Julie Ann Saucier, Emily M. Scanlon, Jacqueline Alexandra Schmadel, Brittany Ann Serpa Smith, Miranda Rose Sewell, Shelby Teresa Sharkey, Francesca Sheedy, Ryan Edward Sheehan, Murphy Harrison Siegel, Michael Philip Sienna, Jake Harrison Silbowitz, April Elizabeth Simmel, Adam Benjamin Sprague, Elizabeth C. Stanton, Christopher James Stebbins, Ashley Renee Sullivan, Connor Schwartz, Nicole Christine Tavares, Sarah Grace Thea, Ryan Hunter Thomas, Catherine Ross Thompson. Catherine will receive her degree from her father, Mark Thompson, Executive Vice President and Provost. Olivia Margaret Tsupaki, Alexandra Blaze Veronelli, Stephanie Vargas, Valentina Velez, Whitney Lynn Walktarts, Tori Jean Wakefield, Tucker Allen Wakefield, Catherine Ann Walsh, Carrie Ann Walters, Sarah Ann Wiedericht. Sarah Wiedericht is a recipient of the Christopher Becker Memorial Prize in History. This award is given to the graduating senior in history with the highest cumulative point average. Sarah is receiving the award in recognition of her excellent overall GPA. Sarah will be continuing with her education in Quinnipiac's 5-year Master of Arts in Teaching secondary education program and hopes someday to pursue a PhD in military history. Congratulations, Sarah. Logan Michael Williams. Nathan Burnett Williams. Jeremy David Wiss. Jenny Sue. Megan Ann Young. Christian Enrique Zapata. Amanda Nicole Zarb. I ask all the candidates please to rise. Mr. President, I have the honor to present from the College of Arts and Sciences candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts.
By the power vested in me by the Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Arts with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. Congratulations to all of you.
Congratulations. Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science from the College of Arts and Sciences please approach the stage? Marshals, please direct the candidates to the platform. Camila Melo Abreu. Martina L. Amaturo. Darius Ascari. Alexander Baez. Danielle Andre Calix. Nicholas Miguel Harvina Camacho. Gabriela E. Carbonara. Jeremy Calkins. Evan Joseph DeLacker. Haley Elizabeth Diaz. Haley Diaz of West Haven, Connecticut is the recipient of 3 prestigious awards. Dr. Leahy presents the President's Scholarship Award in recognition of the students who have attained the highest scholastic standing in their graduating class. The Alumni Association Academic Achievement Award is made possible by the Alumni Association National Board of Governors in honor of the students from each of the undergraduate schools who have attained the highest scholastic standing. The R. Gordon Pelusi Graduation Prize in Psychology is given to the graduating psychology major with the highest cumulative grade point average. Haley is receiving the award for her strong academic performance, which has led to a 4.0 cumulative history. Haley has completed her degree in this impressive manner with particular grace and quiet, but a purposive resolve to deepen her intrinsic interest in a variety of different research topics, including college students' attitudes about aggressive behaviors and therapy programs for mothers recovering from substance abuse. After graduation, Haley plans to continue working with the Yale Moms and Kids program as a research coordinator and will be applying to clinical psychology doctoral programs. Congratulations, Haley. Sarah Jo Dickerman. Connor John Dunleavy. Jennifer Lee Evans. Juliana Constantina Federico. Isaac James Finkel. Gabrielle Gershoni. Nicholas James Gerard. Samantha Jean Gormley. Zain R. Jaffrey. Savion Ariadne Judge. George Karagayowis. Megan M. Kelleher. Kira McNiff Kelly. Kiara Kelly is the recipient of the Outstanding Senior Award. This award is given for academic excellence and contributions to the QU community. In addition to the demanding schedule of a Division I lacrosse athlete, Kiara has been involved with orientation. The culmination of that experience came this past summer when she served as an undergraduate intern for the program. Kiara has also served as a representative on the Student Athlete Advisory Committee, as a mentor for the biology department, and was a member of the Senior Week Planning Committee. She is intentional and compassionate when working alongside others and strives to build inclusive environments. Congratulations, Kiara. Christina B. Kemp. Zara Kyan. Kelly Ann Kruzman. Lydia Julieth Lang. Jason Michael Lenahan. Jason Lenahan is the recipient of the Orville J. Sweeting Memorial Chemistry Award. This award, in memory of a former faculty member and Quinnipiac provost, is presented to a graduating senior who has exhibited outstanding achievement in both the academic and senior research setting in chemistry or biochemistry. Jason has excelled academically, served as a peer fellow in organic chemistry, and has exhibited outstanding achievement in several chemistry research projects, including a summer project here at Quinnipiac, a summer project at Yale, and his senior research project. Upon graduation, he will be pursuing a PhD in organic chemistry at Boston University. Congratulations, Jason. Sarah Mabey. Margot Elizabeth Mahoney. Rafe Roby Polanco Mondak. Eric A. Mante. Zachary Cole Marley. Zach Marley is the recipient of the Matt Rafferty Memorial Economics Department Student Achievement Award. Zach has a stellar academic record, with the only A- being in a class for which he was accidentally enrolled without the prerequisite. He quickly recovered by teaching himself the required prerequisite material and has earned straight A's ever since. In addition, Zach has demonstrated his leadership abilities, exemplary work ethic, and perseverance by being an example to his peers through his engaged and professional contributions to the class, his occupational leadership, particularly at a drug and alcohol rehabilitation center, and through his own personal turnaround in well-being, including 150-pound weight loss. Zach is an inspiration to many. Congratulations, Zach. Michael John Maturo. Nicole A. Mecca. Christina Marie Mercliano. Estefania Morales. Wendy Fabiola Morales. Nicholas Charles Morisi. Shannon Louise Murray. Jada Nicola Noseworthy. Kali Olexi. Kevin Craig Pierce. Alex Robiner. Tyler Rubior. Tyler Rubior is the recipient of the Beta 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 Biological Society Award. The Beta 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 Biological Society Award is conferred annually to the graduating senior member of the Honor Society majoring in the biological sciences who has obtained the highest academic standing. Taylor is receiving the Beta 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 Award for attaining a 3.96 grade point average. While at Quinnipiac, Tyler has served as a resident assistant, a peer fellow, a peer catalyst, and has conducted scientific research under the mentorship of Professor Craig Magee. Congratulations, Tyler. Fiona Saget. Christiana Fatim Samaki. Daniela Maria Scotto. Lucas J. Smith. Stacy S. Spiropoulos, Matthew Steinley, Melanie Kate Shah, Jamie Elizabeth Tomato, Naia Emily Wiggins, Andrew Young, Cameron Jordan Young, Michael Joseph Zimnock, and Ian Barsky Zona. I ask all the candidates to please rise. Mr. President, I have the honor to present the College of Arts and Sciences candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science.
By the power vested in me by the Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Science with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. Congratulations to all of you.
Congratulations. It is now my privilege to introduce our student speaker, Nisha Tushar Gandhi. Nisha is an independent major in education policy and is from Piscataway, New Jersey. Nisha?
Thank you, Dean Smart, for that introduction and for always being a constant source of support for me throughout these last few years. And also a big thank you to Dr. Thompson, President Leahy, and all the members of the Platform Party. On behalf of our entire class, I want to first extend my sincerest welcome and gratitude to all of our family members, friends, professors, mentors, and support systems who are here with us today, whether in body, mind, or spirit. We would not have walked across that stage today without the unwavering support and love from all of the people we were fortunate enough to cross paths with throughout our time here, and from the bottom of my heart, I thank each and every one of you for all that you have done. The real stars of the show today, though, are all the people I've been given the honor of standing before. To all the graduates in front of me, I ask that you take the next few minutes to reflect upon the last 4 years of our lives. Think about all the people who touched your life, all of the moments that defined you, and every struggle you overcame to get you to this seat this morning. When we first stepped onto campus, aggressively greeted by screaming OLs in bright yellow polos, we were told that this would be our home away from home, that we were Bobcats through and through, and that the people we would meet over the next 4 years would transform our lives in unimaginable ways. I, like I presume most of us did, felt like this was just a standard PR sell of any school. The idea that somehow this random school in suburban Connecticut would alter me as a person seemed unrealistic and frankly idealistic. I'm one of those people that always likes to be right, but this time, and just this once, I couldn't be happier to have been proven wrong. To say that we have seen our school grow to unsurpassable amounts over the last 4 years is an understatement. We went from being the quintessential private liberal arts school nestled in the heart of Connecticut that people only recognize because of our polling institute, to being a transformative and progressive institution, one that values the hard work and dedication of their student body and is known for producing graduates that become change agents in their fields. We have sent our students to present research at both national and international conferences, given them the resources to be the next generation of world rockers and change makers, and are known for the incredible amount of support we provide everyone who walks our halls, both academically and otherwise. People in this room have left their impact on society, both within and outside of the Quinnipiac bubble. Socially, we've also seen this school change from a place where students waited in the long ABP lines for subpar coffee and hoped and prayed for quesadilla day in the caf, to a school where you can get a burrito bowl any day of the week you want, and you can rely on the trusty venti iced caramel macchiato with almond milk and an extra shot to save the day when the night before was a little too fun. Our multicultural student groups went from meeting in random classrooms in Tater Hall to having access to their own suite. We went from our Mount Carmel campus having a dingy field with metal bleachers to having an entire stadium for our nationally ranked teams. We watched as the men's hockey team beat Yale. The women's rugby team won the national championship 3 times in a row. And most recently, as the women's basketball team had a 23-game winning streak. We saw the cue cards change right before our eyes, nightclubs and bars come and go, and most importantly, we get to go down as the last class in history to have had the chance to take a selfie with President John Leahy every year we've been here. I don't think I could explain all that I've learned throughout my time here in just one speech, but there's a topic in particular that has resonated with me more than anything else and has become a driving force in the rest of my education. In one of my philosophy classes, we learned about John Rawls's concept of the veil of ignorance. The veil of ignorance is essentially the idea that when we make decisions concerning the rest of society, we should make them under the premise that we won't know where in society we will end up, and as such, we should design societies that provide the least amount of disadvantage to the most amount of people as possible. For example, if we were designing something like the welfare system under the framework of a veil of ignorance, we would make it with the mentality that any of us could, one day, end up needing to utilize the welfare system, and as such, we should provide those in the system with the same rights and liberties that we would want provided to us. By modeling this framework, we are able to create societies that are full of equity and understanding, and I'd argue that it's this kind of thinking that Quinnipiac has taught us to embrace. Throughout our years in the College of Arts and Sciences, we have been, whether we've noticed it or not, active change makers in our own communities. When the Office of Branding decided not to capitalize the U in university, we were in uproar and pushed for a more grammatically correct logo. When the website promoted less theory, more practice, which goes against what a lot of us in this room have spent the last 4 years learning about, we were vocally against the slogan and pushed them to change it. When we see an injustice happening to one of our peers, we intervene. When one of us is grieving the loss of one of our friends, we are all grieving with them. When someone's car breaks down, when someone's out of meal plan, or when life just gets a little too hard, we always lend a helping hand. I've always told people that I'm so incredibly lucky to go to a school with those who would give me the shirt off their back simply because we share Bobcat blood, and the older I get, the more validity this statement has held. At our core, we are more than a school within a school. We are a community, and we are a family. Where others see holes, we see opportunity. CAS and Quinnipiac more broadly has done us the biggest favor in the world. It sought and brought together like-minded individuals, all who have their own specialties and talents, and yet are chasing after a common goal. Everyone in this room believes they are in this world to change this world, whether it's by making the next biggest scientific discovery, through molding little minds to be the best people they can be, or fighting for equality in every room they enter. It's important to recognize that it's not enough to just put a hashtag in your Twitter bio, or to post a picture of you at the March for Our Lives from a couple months ago, or even to wear a t-shirt that claims that women's rights are human rights. These actions are, of course, amazing. However, a hashtag does not bring comfort to a family who is grieving the loss of their child. A t-shirt doesn't bring congressional attention to issues of equality, and 500 likes on an Instagram post does not equate to 500 votes in a primary. Though the original website might argue the contrary, we have been taught to put theory into practice, and as we go out into the world, we owe it to ourselves and our education here to do just that. We must advocate for our peers whose dreams are bigger than walls, whose lives are worth more than $1.05, whose names are forgotten amidst all the political turmoil in the country. We must fight to make every child believe they have the power to change the world without having to give up parts of their identity that define them. We must keep pushing forward for change and refuse to stop until every woman is paid the same as her male counterpart, until every immigrant is seen as an American, until every student has equal access to education, until every person can afford to live on minimum wage, until we can look someone in the eyes and tell them that we have found a cure to a terminal disease, and until we can confidently say that our community, and by extension our country, really is the land of opportunity, equality, justice, and peace. The people in this room are among the brightest in our generation, and as I'm standing here before you today, I can confidently say that I know we will continue to learn, grow, and positively impact those around us. It's finally our turn to go shape the world we've spent years studying and critiquing, and I challenge us all to hold each other accountable. Together, we have already proven that we are the future. Let's go change it. Thank you, and congratulations, class of 2018.
Thank you, Nisha. That is how the next greatest generation is built. And now I want to introduce John Arcangelo, the Director of Alumni Affairs, who is going to officially welcome our graduates as alumni.
Thank you, Dean Smart. I ask the graduates to please rise. It is my honor to stand before you as a member of the class of 2002. I invite you to move your tassel to the left of your cap. This simple act signifies your transition from student to alumnus and the continuation of your unique, meaningful, and lifelong relationship with Quinnipiac. I'm especially pleased to have you all as fellow alumni, and congratulations.
Before I introduce Colby Putnam, who will deliver the benediction, I have a couple of announcements. Only the platform party and faculty will recess out. Our graduates and families can proceed to the Rocky Top Student Center next door for a reception. Transportation for those that need assistance is available. Once outside, you will see signs for the shuttles on the left. So now please stand. It's my privilege to ask Colby Putnam, Protestant chaplain, to please come forward and deliver the benediction.
Congratulations, graduates. Would you join with me in a closing prayer? Lord, make us instruments of your peace. Where there is hatred, let us sow love. Where there is injury, pardon. Where there is discord, union. Where there is doubt, faith. Where there is despair, hope. Where there is darkness, light. Where there is sadness, joy. Grant that we may not so much seek to be consoled as to console, to be understood as to understand, to be loved as to love. For it is in giving that we receive, it is in pardoning that we are pardoned, and it is in dying that we are born to eternal life. Amen.
Thank you.